They look pretty tough.
This is bad.
Flame Launcher! Eruption! Flame Launcher!
Wind Flash! We have a full score of my strength!
Oh my! Concentrate.
Tear into pieces!
Oh no!
Chop! Chop!
Reflection! Your life. Yeah!
Chop! I'm losing strength.
Your life.
Sorry.
Done. You're
Sorry.
out.
Tear into
You're my
pieces!
body. Reflection. Reflection. You're on.